Hello everyone, welcome back to Sacramento King franchise. Now, last episode, not the best. There were some bright spots, but there was also some negative spots. The game we played could have been a lot better. You know, we obviously played great in the first quarter and pretty good in the third quarter, but a lot of turnovers in that second quarter and a lot of too easy of buckets in that fourth quarter really killed us that game. And yeah, so we ended up losing. To remind everybody, we're also down two of our, rotation guys, and Demonis Sabonis, who's our starting center, and right now who's our backup center. So we have been playing Wisekamp, who was our second round pick, and now we're running Gogo as our starting center, who we signed in the offseason. He's been pretty decent as a fill-in in that spot, but it's been rough, right? I mean, not really the best run of things, but hopefully this episode can change some things. I think we're going to be simulating a fairly good amount of games today. Sorry, my mind's everywhere. I'm stuttering so much, but we're going to be simulating a fairly good amount of games. I think we're going to be going to this January 1st game. We're going to play in the new year. I think this would be 2028. Yeah, it's January 1st, 2028. So we're far into the future. But we're going to play this game against the Lakers, I think, because they have a new roster, and I think it'd be pretty fun to play against them. And then in the next episode, I think we're going to be playing against this Vipers team on the road, which should be pretty fun because Anthony Simons is putting up an insane year. But with all that being said, we got a lot of simulating to do first. So let's just get right into things. Starting off with this Bucks game. And, I feel like our schedule isn't too bad over this period. Sonic should be a pretty easy win. The Bucks should be an easy win. The Nets aren't the best team, but they're not super easy, and same with the Cavs. So I feel like we can win a lot of these games. So let's just get into them. Let's win them. All right, going up against the Bucks here, just to go over the Bucks roster, they have Jaden Ivey, Ryan Rollins, Yesufu, who has been playing okay. Nothing too special, but he's only a second-year player. He's taken a little bit later in the lottery. They got Jaco Chones off the bench, who I think has been pretty decent for them. They have Miles Turner, who they might look to move. They have Khalil Ware, he's been okay. And then they got a lot of bench depth. They also drafted Randy Perry, who's been actually pretty decent for them. But yeah, that's what their team's looking like. They're not too great of a team, so I think we have a good chance to beat them. So yeah, it's a pretty close game so far. It goes into OT and we win it just barely in OT. Wow, we really came back in that fourth quarter and the OT. Good stuff from our guys. Keegan Murray. Is that a career high? No, that's a season high. Let me look at his, I'm sure he's probably scored like 40 once. Where is that screen? Yeah, his career high is 47. But that's a nice game from him. 8 threes, beautiful stuff out of him. Cam Thomas, 28 points, he played great. And Kingston Flemings, I think I was talking about this last episode. Also, a lot of steals from our guys. I think I was talking about this last episode, though, where I think when these three guys are our top guys, it's looking good. Jayshawn Oakley had a great game, too. Nick Clifford played good. Taylor Hendricks, nice stuff. I mean, I feel like this game was really fantastic. We distributed the ball well. We had a lot of steals, a lot of blocks. That's kind of what I want our team to be. How did Wisekamp do? Not the best. That's okay, though. You don't expect him to really do a whole bunch. Next up is this Brooklyn game. Looking at Brooklyn, they got Yegor Demon, Dabansa, Drake Powell, Zion Williamson, Nicholas Claxton. They obviously lost MPJ in the offseason, but their team is still really young and really good and still developing. All of those rookies are still here, and they still got some from the past offseason. They got Dennis Schroeder still. They got some young guys still around, but all of them are developing pretty well. So let's see how this game goes. We're the home team here, so we should have home court advantage. Good defense there in that second quarter from us, but looks like not great defense after that. They pull out the 11-point win. Cam Thomas had 16. Keegan had 15. Taylor, oh, I mean, we had good point spread from our guys, but... Ooh, did anybody shoot really bad? Is that a... No, not really. They just played a little bit better. Unless DeBonsta, what a monster game from him. What is his average? Is looking like 22 points, 7 rebounds. Yeah, he is playing fantastically. Zion, great game from him. Those two really just kind of carried the offense, and then they have so many good distributors on their team. I guess that was their plan for their roster all along. We're going to be playing them again, so hopefully we can get a little revenge game then. So here we go. Let's get some revenge. They beat us on our home floor. Let's beat them on their home floor. Not starting off great. Accidentally pulled up that menu. Ooh, it's a close one, and they beat us in the end. Keegan Murray has been playing pretty great these couple games. Cam Thomas 28, he had 29. Peyton Watson 13, Nick Clifford 12, Kingston Fleming 11 and 10, 4 steals. Not the best shooting game, but not bad, not bad. I feel like our guys are playing good. We just can't squeak out these close wins. DeBonsta, Drake Powell, games from them. But just a couple of rough games. I kind of wanted to win one of those with the Nets, and now we're up against the Cavs. So hopefully we can beat that team. And then we got the Rockets, which should be pretty rough. Hopefully we can win this game against the Cavs. I don't want us to keep going on like a losing streak, so hopefully we can break it. So far, not looking like it. We are kind of getting blown out by a lot. Cam Thomas had 24, Kingston Fleming's 21. Nick, not a bad game. Jayshawn Oakley didn't shoot it great. Not the best stuff from our guys. We're on a 3-game skid here. We're gonna need to beat the Rockets. I don't want us to be on a 4-game win streak or loss streak and then go up against this bad Sonics team. I wanted us to build a win streak by beating that Sonics team, not have to break a loss streak. You know what I'm saying? So next up is the Rockets game. Let's go. All right, so we're playing against the Rockets here. Looking at the Rockets team. Obviously, they got James Harden, who they traded for last year. He re-signed. He's been averaging a lot of assists. Not shooting it as great. Definitely regressing for sure. They still got KD, who's also not shooting it as good as KD usually shoots it. He's obviously regressing too. He's 39, so no surprise there. But Sengun has been great for them. Amen has been great for them. They still have Steven Adams, which is kind of crazy. He's been playing actually pretty decent. He hasn't regressed too much, but they still got a lot of their roster that they've had. Just added a couple guys, and they're 19 and 9. So hopefully we can squeak out one, because I really want us to break this loss streak, and then we can build it by beating the Sonics rather than having to break the loss streak on the Sonics. But we're getting blown out. This is not going great. Cam Thomas 17, Kingston Fleming 16. Peyton Watson's been playing pretty nice recently. 15 points from him. Sengun 34-14. Amin Thompson 30 points. Great stuff from them. Reed Shepard at 24. The young guys taking over. James Harden, all he had to do was pass the ball and get 14 assists, and KD was 1 for 11, so it was actually defended pretty well. It was just everybody else was scoring. But we're on a 4-game loss streak now, so this is not great. Going up against the Sonics next. All right, so we're playing against the Sonics here. Something to note, their team looks about the same. Our team, though, Maxime right now is back, which is fantastic, so we can put him in as our starting center. We're going to run Go-Go off the bench. He's going to be getting a little bit of a 10 minutes because I wanted Taylor Hendricks to get 25. I think he's been very good for us defensively, and I want him to be rewarded with those minutes. Nick Clifford, slowly losing minutes. Maybe he can play good and gain some of those minutes back, but I feel like he's been struggling this year, and our other guys have been playing a bit better, and I want to give him those minutes. We have Sabonis still out with his injury for a while, and Wisekamp is going to be sent back to the G League to keep progressing. So yeah, we do have Rain Out back. Hopefully that helps us. There's nothing to be done there. Okay, so let's hopefully let's break this loss streak for sure, because the Sonics team. Oh Lord, help us! Do not. Oh my God, that was way too close. That was way too close. Cam Thomas 25 right now, 18, 8 and 4. Welcome back. Shot the ball pretty well. Keegan Murray, 17 and 12. Nick Clifford, 15 points. Okay, I gave you less minutes, and he didn't miss a shot. So maybe I got to give him some more minutes. My bad, Nick. My bad. I got you. 14 points for Kingston Fleming, 6 assists. Jayshawn Oakley, 11 points. Didn't shoot it great. Peyton Watson probably played some good defense, but didn't shoot the ball too well. Oof. Keon Ellis not playing well at all. I don't really want us to have to run a 9-man rotation, but might have to. Because he is struggling. So maybe I bring this down and give Nick Clifford some minutes here and give Gogo the minutes. And just maybe we chill out on Keon Ellis for a little bit and then maybe put him back in the lineup when we need him, because he's been struggling. I don't know if we should keep him in there. All right, we got a couple more games, and then we're going to play this Lakers game on the 1st. Let's keep going. Okay, playing against the Clippers now, looking at the Clippers roster. Obviously, they added LaMelo Ball, RJ Barrett, Jimmy Butler. It's a whole new roster. But they're playing pretty good. They're 17 and 12, which is really great for them. I'm happy for them, but also happy to beat them and continue our win streak of into 2 games. Okay. This is not going well. This is going really badly. Oh no, Cam Thomas is injured. 26 points, but he got hurt. Keegan Murray, 18, 9 and 4. Kingston Fleming, 16, 5 and 6. Right now, 15 points. He's actually been playing pretty good for us. Nick Clifford, 13. Hey, he's been playing better since I gave him some more minutes. So, yeah, but Cam Thomas just got injured, so I'm gonna hit the sim button, and we're about to find out what this injury is. Sprained knee, 2 to 4 weeks. Okay, that could be worse. Oh, I guess, yes, we can put in Nick Clifford. I was about to say we don't have a shooting guard to put in, but Nick Clifford is listed as small forward, but he's really shooting guard height. Hey, Keon Ellis, welcome back in the lineup. I'm gonna need you to show your worth. And then we'll give Conwell some minutes, see what he does with some extra minutes. And then give Nick Clifford 25 there. But yeah, there is a lot of scoring now that has left our team. So for the next couple weeks, we're going to have somebody else pick up that weight. So hope my guys are ready for it. But we have been losing a lot, and I'm not happy with that. Let's get to this Vipers game now. All right, up against the Vipers, who have Anthony Simons, Nikhil, Cam Whitmore, Jeremy Sohan, Robert Williams. I feel like this team is pretty well put together. I mean, given they're an expansion team, I think their rookie is out for a while with an injury. He had a pretty serious injury, but they're 13 and 20, so they're not as bad as the Sonics, who at this time are 4 and 31, but they are still very bad. Hopefully, we can get a win on them. I feel like this team kind of deserves a win. We have been plagued with injuries, but our team still plays hard, and we win. Good stuff. Great 4th quarter. Kingston Fleming's 23. Keegan Murray, 23. Right now, 16. He's been pretty good since coming back. He's averaged a lot of points. Hendricks, 15. Good stuff from him. Conwell, 14 points off the bench. Good stuff from him. I love seeing that. Oakley, 8 and 8. Nick Clifford put in the starting lineup, and he shoots 1 shot, and he misses it. Interesting. And Keon Ellis not playing that great either, so that is not looking great. Okay, we're gonna simulate 1 game against the Lakers and then play them on the 1st, just because I don't want it to be a cup game, because I feel like every game we've played has been a cup game. So we're gonna simulate this next Lakers game, and then we'll finally get to our game. All right, up against the Lakers, obviously they have all the guys they added in the offseason: MPJ, Miles Bridges, Jarrett Allen. They're 16 and 16 though. They have not been great over their last 10 games. Hopefully, we can start building up a win streak against them. We have won our last, I think, 1 game or maybe 2 games. So hopefully we can start stringing together some wins. Not looking like it. Nick Clifford played fantastically though, despite his last game where he played horribly. He had 22. Peyton Watson, 15. Keegan Murray, 13. Rayno, 10. Where is Kingston Fleming's? 1 for 10. Not a great game at all. But I'm going to simulate all the way to this game because there's probably a couple games to finish in this day, and then I'll go over the standings and everything as I normally do, and then we'll play this game. All right. finally at this Lakers game. It's going to be a home game. Happy New Year, everybody. We're in 2028. Is it time for us to look at any awards or All-Star yet? Nope. We can look at our player stats. Cam Thomas was averaging 23, which was would be as high since 2025. Would also be as high with us for our team. I don't know why that was so hard for me to say. Keegan Murray's averaging about 16.8. He's playing pretty well, I'd say, especially as of recently. Kingston Fleming is averaging 16.7 and about 6 assists and almost 2 steals. So he's been playing really good for us. He's taken a pretty big jump since last season, especially in his percentages. He's shooting it a lot better this year. He's getting a lot more minutes. He's really taken a jump in his play, which I appreciate. Nick Clifford, as of late, has been playing a lot better. His stats are starting to go up, which I like to see. Joshawn Oakley, he has actually started to play a little bit worse lately, but he's a rookie. He's hitting the old rookie wall, which is fine. Conwell's actually been pretty good in his minutes. Right now, I feel like has played pretty well in the starting lineup as of late. Taylor Hendricks and Peyton Watson, I think they've both been great additions for us defensively. And I'm really happy with what those two are bringing. Keon Ellis is having a stinker of a season, for sure. And we might look to moving him, but I'm not even sure who would want him with him playing this bad. And then Goga Tadze has been pretty good when he was filling in minutes for us, so I'm pretty happy with him. Wieskamp, obviously, very raw prospect, but I feel like he was decent for us when we played with him. And those are our main guys, so yeah. Looking at the rest of the league, we'll go through it pretty quickly. It is a close Western Conference. Mavs are first, then Rockets, Nuggets, Spurs, Clippers 5, Blazers 6, Timberwolves, Suns, Lakers, Warriors, OKC, who is out of the playoffs. Wow. That is crazy to see. And then us having the same amount of wins as OKC, which is just crazy. The bottom of the West is terrible, as it makes sense to be, and when it's a close conference, there's got to be some teams that are just losing every game. But I feel like some of these teams are just going to make a move soon just to be good, because the Jazz have been bad for too long. They have so many prospects that they kind of need to make a move to get a guy that they can start winning with. It's just been too long. The Pelicans are still in the middle of their rebuilds. I don't think they're quite there yet. But be looking for those kind of moves at the deadline. I think that's going to happen a lot. The Pistons in the front of the East. Then it's the Hawks, Magic, Sixers, Celtics, Grizzlies, Nets, Heat, Knicks at the 9th seed. Wizards playing pretty well. They could also be a team that makes a move for maybe a really, really quality point guard to start really winning, because I think they have a great roster besides their point guard position. The Cavs are struggling this year. Donovan Mitchell went down with an injury for a little bit, but their team is just really struggling. Raptors haven't been great. Pacers haven't been great. They might make a move. Bucks and Bulls and Hornets all bad. The Bulls might be in blowed up territory. They made a trade for Anthony Davis. It didn't work out. This roster isn't working out. And it hasn't even gotten close to working out. So they could be in a stage where they are just going to make moves. So be looking for that as well in the offseason. But with all that being said, it's time we play the Lakers. Hope you guys are ready. And yeah, let's just get into it. All right, hello everybody. Welcome to this game against the Lakers. Obviously, they have Austin Reeves as it's showing on the screen. That's not important though. They got Luka Doncic. They have a completely overhauled roster. They added MPJ. They added Jarrett Allen in the trade deadline last year. I think they added Miles Bridges as well. Yep, he's on the court, and they're winning the tip. So they got a whole new team, but we've been pretty good this year. We haven't been one of the top teams or anything, but I think we've been a much improved team. And Nick Clifford's gonna start us off here with the little scope layup, using the screen from Kingston Flemings to get to the basket. Good stuff out of Nick Clifford. We obviously are missing Cam Thomas this game. We're missing Domantas Sabonis this game. So that's going to open up a lot of shots for different people. Maxime right now, one of those people who's going to be taking some of the shots that, Domantas Sabonis would usually be taking, and Nick Clifford's going to be taking a lot more shots. He's got the start in this one, so we're going to see what happens and see how it goes. Lakers obviously have Luka Doncic, fantastic player. They added, as I said, Michael Porter Jr., who hits the 3 there. He's a fantastic shooter and was playing great for the Nets the past couple of seasons. But we got Nick Clifford, who's dodging the block and hitting the layup there. That was a really tough layup there from Nick Clifford. And I'm surprised he made it. That was a great play by him. And here he is again off of the screen, hitting the 3. Nick Clifford. He's got 7 points in the first couple minutes here. Just absolutely burning the Lakers from the field. Luka Doncic, though. He's going to be a tough matchup for Kingston Flemings. He's got a couple of inches on him, but, I mean, when Nick Clifford is shooting like this, it looks like he's going to be the real problem. But Luka's got a lot of size on Kingston Flemings. Kingston Flemings is an okay defender. He's not a bad defender, but Luka Doncic is, not human, especially on the offensive end. He is very human on the defensive end, but on the offensive end, he is barely human. So he's going to be a tough guard for Kingston Flemings. Peyton Watson running the floor, holding up the ball, hitting Kingston Flemings. He's going to pull and hit the mid-range shot. He's got 4 points and 2 assists. Good stuff so far. We're up by 5 against the Lakers. About halfway through the first quarter, but Luka's going to lob it to Jarrett Allen, who finishes the lob. That's why they picked him up. They wanted a more aggressive center who can catch lobs and be a little bit more aggressive on the defensive and offensive end than DeAndre Ayton was. Obviously, Lakers still have DeAndre Ayton. He's just coming off the bench for them now, which I think a lot better of a role for him, because I don't think he applies as much force on the defensive end as you would really want with a Luka Doncic team. Speaking of Luka Doncic, beautiful 3 from him there. Taylor Hendricks running the break. And he's going to dunk it down. Nice run in there from Taylor Hendricks, who just gets the ball and just pushes it up down the court and dunks it down. Jayshawn Oakley next up. Taking it to the rack, dunking it down. Jayshawn Oakley. He's very athletic. Good ball handler. Can shoot the mid-range well. He's been having a pretty good season. Averaging, I think, about 10 to 11 points a game. LeBron James hitting that 3 there. Of course, I'm referring to LeBron James Jr. LeBron James Sr. has retired, but he hit a lot of 3s in his time, and Taylor Hendricks hitting the 3 there. Good start from him tonight. He's got 5 points. LeBron James dishing it down to Lou Dort, who hits the and one layup. That was a very lax defense on Lou Dort, who... Lou Dort is very inconsistent. Sometimes he'll miss 11 shots in a row, and then sometimes he'll hit an and one, he'll hit a 3, he'll hit a couple 3s in a row. So you got to be careful with him. And LeBron James again with the layup. All right, I'll call him Bronny now. I just thought it was kind of fun to act like we're playing LeBron still. Ayton dunking it down, showing some aggressiveness. Obviously, not showing enough for him to get in the starting lineup, but he's still a good backup for sure. Nick Clifford stepping in for the mid-range shot. He could have had the 3-pointer there, but he stepped in for the mid-range, which he's a little bit more comfortable with, and it paid off because he hit the shot, so we'll take it. Austin Reeves hitting the 3 back, though. 3 is more than 2. Austin Reeves is showing that. Lakers got the lead, up by 2 now. Good block by Peyton Watson, showing his prowess on the defensive end. And then Keegan Murray hitting the mid-range shot, showing his prowess on the offensive end. Good stuff from our wings so far on this one. Taylor Hendricks, Peyton Watson, Keegan Murray playing their role well so far. But LeBron James Jr. hitting another 3-pointer. He's played pretty well tonight. You know, when he was originally drafted, many people were saying he was a nepotism pick, but he's showing himself to be a pretty quality role player in the league at this point in time. Peyton Watson, another block. Good stuff on the defensive end from him. He's going to dish it off to Kingston Flemings, who's got Bronny on him, who's a great defender, but he dishes it inside to Ray Now, who dunks it down. Good cut from Ray Now, good pass from Flemings, and good defense from Peyton Watson. It's what you like to see from our team. Everybody chipping in, doing their own part. Not the best defense there from Ray Now, who is not known for his defense. Luka Doncic looks like he's about to check back in the game, which is never a good thing. The Lakers are up by 1 right now. Kingston Flemings has the ball, kicking it to Nick Clifford. He's going to use the right now screen, kick it back to right now. He's just going to shoot it right over Austin Reeves. Right now, he's 7 foot, 7'1". He can shoot it over Reeves really easily if he gets that switch. So that's really easy. But speaking of shooting over people, Michael Porter Jr. just pulling the three, not caring who's there because he's damn near 6'10" and can just hit any shot he wants to. Speaking of hitting shots, there's Luka Doncic as well. And now we got Ryan Conwell in the game, which is cool because we get to see some minutes of him in the game because Cam Thomas is out. Kingston Flemings mid-air changing hands to avoid the block. That is a savvy move and a flashy one at that. Good stuff by Kingston Flemings. It's a show-off move, but it had some practicality to it. He dodged the block from DeAndre Ayton by switching to his right hand mid-dunk attempt. Speaking of Lou Dort earlier, how he can just hit shots randomly. There's a three-pointer from him. Miles Bridges driving, kicking it out to Luka, who's just left a bit too open. He's got 20 points tonight in the first half. He's playing very fantastically. Ryan Conwell navigating those screens really well, but Goga Batadze and Peyton Watson just aren't able to get the defense on Jarrett Allen to stop him from dunking it down. Michael Porter Jr. wide open in the corner. That is going to be too easy. The problem with this Lakers team is I don't know if they're a super great defensive team. They have some great defensive players for sure. But offensively, you literally cannot leave any of them open besides maybe Jarrett Allen. But, I mean, MPJ, Austin Reeves. I almost said Austin Rivers. Shout out Austin Rivers. But Austin Reeves and Luka Doncic all are just menaces on the offensive end, so you cannot leave them open. We are down by 9. Jayshawn Oakley with the ball, dribbling against Michael Porter Jr., who is not going to put up too much defense against our rookie. Showing some of his dribbling skills there. He's going to get one of the last shots of the quarter. End of the half. And he misses it. And that's going to be the end of the quarter. We're going to go into the second half now. We're playing decently. We're only down by 8. Which, I mean, this Lakers team is a pretty decent team, even despite whatever the record is. Great feed there by Kingston Flemings. So us keeping it close is good. Remember, we're trying to be more competitive this year. We would like to be winning some of these games, but, I mean, they're a tough team to match up against for sure. Luka Doncic showing his offensive prowess there, just getting Kingston Flemings stumbling, then pulling it up right over him. Kingston Flemings kicking it out. Peyton Watson for 3. Hits it. Nice shot from Peyton Watson. Getting open and then waiting for that pass from Kingston Flemings, who hits him at the right time. And Luka Doncic just bullying his way to the paint. Kingston Flemings not able to defend the big body of Luka Doncic, who's stepping back, shooting the 3, missing it, but Jarrett Allen's there for the putback. Again, that's why they traded for him last offseason. He's a great fit alongside Luka. He can catch the lobs, he can get the putbacks, and he's a great defender. And there's Luka again for the 3. He is just lighting us up tonight. Miles Bridges with the failed pass there. But Jarrett Allen just stroking that mid-range pause, but Michael Porter Jr. wide open in the paint. That's a good find from Bridges to MPJ. 2 of the Lakers' offseason's additions. Passing and distributing to each other. Peyton Watson again for 3. Hits it. Nice shot. Peyton Watson. He's hit a couple of 3s in this game. Of course, Peyton Watson always great on the defensive end for us, but when he's adding in some 3-pointers on the offensive end, it just makes it even better. Nice cut there from Ray now, and nice pass from Flemings. Miles Bridges. It's a great pass from him inside. He's distributing it pretty well this game. Looks like he may have added some of that to his game in the offseason when he joined the Lakers, which is pretty nice. Then they have another little playmaker on the roster. It's a nice pass from Nick Clifford, speaking of playmaking. Passing it to Keegan Murray, who hits the easy wide open layup. And another pass from Nick there. It's a missed shot by Hendricks, but put back by Ray now. Good stuff from the Kings. They're down by 6, which isn't too bad, but Kingston Fleming's just reaching and jumping, trying to get the ball out of Luka's hands, but it ends up with Luka a wide open mid-range shot, which is not what you want. Nick Clifford has 20 points on the night. 22 points on the night. I've been talking about how good everybody else is doing. I've skimmed over. He's been scoring it really well, replacing Cam Thomas's points fantastically, which is going to bring in a lot of questions to our roster of what we're going to do when Cam Thomas comes back, because Nick Clifford, if he keeps playing like this... Fantastic cut there by Flemings. And great. He took the contact, threw the ball up, gets the and one. Hopefully he can make the layup. He's gone to the line a lot. Kingston Flemings is great at going to the line. He's very aggressive to the basket. He's going to hit that free throw. But as I was saying, Nick Clifford, if he keeps playing this good, it makes it difficult for us because we don't have a lot of room in our lineup to just be moving people around. I mean, in terms of wings, and Kingston Fleming's rising up again. He's having a dunk party today. But in terms of wings on our roster, I mean, you got Keegan Murray. He plays the wing. Peyton Watson can play the wing or the forward position. Nick Clifford, as I was talking about. Cam Thomas plays the guard, kind of guard-wing position hybrid. So it's a lot of... There's not a lot of room for Neek to fit himself in that starting lineup, but if he's playing good, there's not much we can do but play him, you know? I mean, if he's going to have an efficient 20-point night like he is tonight, we got to play him. It's a tough layup from Ayton there. Lakers are up by 9, starting to pull away at the start of the fourth quarter. A little bit of miscommunication there. DeAndre Ayton gets a wide open three-pointer, and that's a 12-point game now for the Lakers. Conwell in the game again, pulling up off the pick. It's a nice shot from Conwell. Hasn't been scoring it too much for us, but that's a nice pull-up from him. Jayshawn Oakley driving to the paint. Just saw a wide open paint there, said, why not? I'll take that space and I'll dunk it down. Good stuff from him. But Ayton on the other end throws up the shot, gets the rebound, and then dunks it down. You really need to get the rebounds there on those. I hate giving up the offensive rebounds like that. Keon Ellis on the inside, pump faking. He's got Bronny on him, and he's going to just throw it up when Bronny is reaching. That's going to go in. 2 points for Keon Ellis, and that's a tough shot from Michael Porter Jr. just pulling up in the mid-range. He's got that ability. He has a high jump shot, high arcing jump shot, and he's a great shooter, so he's pretty much able to shoot over anybody, and when he's shooting like that, it is a problem for our team. Jarrett Allen baptizing Maxime right now, who was just trying to stop the alley-oop, but ended up getting posterized. Nick Clifford, nice fast break layup for him. He's got 26 points now. Such a fantastic game from him. Also got 2 assists added onto it. Make that 3 assists as Peyton Watson gets another couple of points. He's playing pretty fantastically for us, you know. Again, we don't ask too much for him on the offensive end, so when he's putting in, 8 points, a couple blocks, some good rebounds, that's a great night for him. Luka Doncic just shooting straight over Kingston Flemings. That is obviously a big problem in this game. Kingston Flemings is a good rebounder, and obviously he's a good passer too. Nice pass to Peyton Watson there on the lob. He just lays it in. We'd like to see him dunk those in, obviously, but a bucket's a bucket. But Kingston Flemings, he's trying to play defense. He's there on all the shots, but Luka's just making them. Like, Kingston Flemings is jumping at these shots. He's got his hand in the face. His hand's not down, but the shots just are still going in, so it's kind of rough for him. Peyton Watson again, dunking it down on the inside. He's got 12 points. A great night for him, despite us being down by it. Well, only 5 points now. We're having a great night. I can't say we're playing bad. They're just not missing. They're up by 8 now. Kingston Flemings pulling up the mid-range. Hits the tough bucket. He loves to hit those tough mid-ranges in the clutch time. It's a nice steal. Kingston Flemings dishing it to Nick Clifford, who hits the tough layup. 28 for Nick and 26 and 10 for Kingston Flemings. Those two are playing fantastically. But Austin Reeves is also shooting it fantastically as well. They're up by 7. Minute 40 left. Kingston Flemings driving to the paint. Rising up, dunking it down on Jarrett Allen. Jarrett Allen rises up with the sophomore. The Kings sophomore player who has been on a dunking frenzy tonight. But Luka Doncic just sending the defenders 3 different directions and gets the layup. Shooting the deep 3. Rebounded by Allen, who puts it back, and that is going to put the game out of reach for us. That is not what you want to see. Again, I feel like we played a great game. Peyton Watson fighting on the defensive end even late in the game when the game is over, but the game is gonna be that, which is over. It was a rough one from us tonight. Again, we played good. I can't be too upset. I feel like all of our guys played pretty well, aside from maybe 1 or 2 players, but we played great. I feel like our defense was pretty good. They were just making the shots over us, and sometimes that's gonna happen. Looking at the box score, Kingston Flemings, 28, 10 points. He went to the line a lot, as I was saying. He loves to go to the line. He attacks aggressively. Nick Clifford also 28 points. Very efficient night from Nick Clifford. Honestly, he probably should have gotten more shots. He would have had about a 30 piece. He could have even had a 40 piece. He was shooting it that efficiently. But both of our guards playing fantastically tonight. I love to see that. Peyton Watson had a great night. Even defensively, 3 steals, 4 blocks, 14 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists. Like, you really can't ask for more than that from Peyton Watson. That's a fantastic night. Maxime Renal, 12 and 17. Great rebounding from him. He was getting tired late in the game, so he was struggling a bit, but he still played fantastically in his minutes. Jay-Sean Oakley definitely struggled from the field. Taylor Hendricks definitely struggled from the field, though he played some good defense, so I'm not too upset with him. Keegan Murray didn't shoot the ball too much. He played some okay defense. Not a bad game for him, not a good game either. Keon Ellis had some good minutes. Gogo had some good minutes. Ryan Conwell played all right. Luka Doncic, 36, 8 and 5. He was just shooting it over us. He didn't shoot it fantastically from 3, but when he's hitting the important shots over us, that's really all that matters. Austin Reeves played pretty well. Michael Porter Jr. shot really well against us. Jarrett Allen rebounded the ball and played good, and so did DeAndre Ayton, both of them having a double-double. Ronnie James played pretty good for them, I feel. We also had a lot of turnovers, which is something to mention, but I feel like it wasn't too egregious, so it's nothing to really harp over. But yeah, like I said, we lost, but I don't think it was a terrible game. So let's get into progression. I'm not too upset about this. All right. Hello, everyone. A little post-game recap. That was an interesting game. I really don't think we played bad. Jay-Sean Oakley, obviously, not the best offensive game from him. Neither from Taylor Hendricks, but I feel like we played pretty good overall, to be honest. Kingston Flemings had a great game. Nick Clifford had a really, really good offensive game, showing maybe why he should be in the starting lineup, you know? Peyton Watson played fantastically defensively and offensively. Right now had a pretty good game. Like, it really wasn't a bad game. The Lakers just played way better. Luka was just shooting over Kingston Flemings, even though Flemings was playing good defense on him. Austin Reeves hit a bunch of clutch threes in that 4th quarter. Michael Porter Jr. was just a great spotting up for them, and their 2 centers were really good. They also had some great defensive players in Dort and Bridges. Like, I think we really didn't play bad this game at all. They just played a lot better than us, and considering where our team is, I'm not too angry about that. So I'm like pretty content with how that game went. I think it's okay that we lost. I think we played really good. I'd love to have won the game, but I think we played good overall as a team, so I'm not going to be upset. In terms of progression stuff, Kingston Flemings had 6 points because he had an amazing game, and I put 3 points into his perimeter defense, each one costing 2, of course. So that's going to be all of his 6 points went into perimeter defense. So he's becoming a pretty decent defender, honestly. Nick Clifford had 2 points. I think I put both into his vision just to increase his passing stats. Peyton Watson had 3 points, which I put into his what did I put those into? It was his, I think it was his vision as well. I think I upgraded his no, I put 1 into his 3, I think, and then I put 1 into his vision. And then right now, I think had 5 because he had such a monster game on the rebounds. He had a double-double, and I put all 5 of those into his block. So he's got a 70 block now, which is good because we need some rim deterrence. But he also needs to improve his interior defense. So, but yeah, that's really all the points that we had, I think. Jay-Sean Oakley has a point that I didn't really assign, which I guess I can do now. I'll just put that in his. Let's just put it in his perimeter defense. Why not? It's a little free point there. But yep, that's gonna be the episode. It wasn't a bad game. Kind of a rough episode. We lost a lot of games this episode, but it's gonna happen. But yeah, not a bad game, just kind of a rough result. I think everyone on our team played pretty well. We're going through a lot of injuries right now. We got Cam Thomas and Sabonis out. That's 2 starters, so yeah, it's gonna be rough, but we're gonna keep pushing. And I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Subscribe if you want to keep up with the series. Like the video if you like the video, and don't forget to go check out that poll that I mentioned last episode and leave your response to that on whether you want to see this series continue or for us to start a fresh one after the trade deadline in real life with the new rosters. So yeah, leave your opinions in that poll. And besides that, I hope you guys are enjoying the series, and I'll hope to see you guys in the next one. See ya.